What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In my previous video, if you guys have not seen it, we got a new front lip on, we got the grill on. Shout out to you, thank you, dude, I appreciate it. We got the hood aligned. Oh man, come on, focus. We have the entire front end pretty much thrown together, and it's looking so good. I'm so hyped for it. Now, one last thing that we really need to do is, as you can see, the G37 hood sits so much lower as opposed to where the G35 sits. So out of cardboard, I went ahead and created this piece, and then we went ahead and transferred that into 16 gauge. I already got it cut out. We just have to clean everything up, grind everything down, get it welded in, but that's pretty much how it's gonna sit. It's gonna look so good. But before we do that, because if we were to weld that on right now, the hood will not open. When you do open the hood, the corners will end up hitting right here. So to prevent that on the back bolt on both sides, we need to throw a little bit of a spacer on, a nut or something. I think I actually have something that's gonna work perfectly, but that's what we gotta do. And then once we get that, we can go ahead and throw a couple of tacks in, make sure everything opens and we're solid. And then we'll go ahead and probably throw a few more tacks in. I don't think we're gonna full on weld it. And then from there, we'll just go ahead and start doing all the body work and whatnot to get that looking complete. I'm so hyped for it. This thing is really starting to come together. Now, moving to the back, we've also made some very huge progress off camera. Here we go. Now, like I said, it is not done yet. We still have the edge part to do. We still have some work in that area that we gotta do, but it's looking really good. Now, can you guys notice something else that we went ahead and also did? So if you come right here to the bumper, if you guys remember, I don't even remember where it was, somewhere like right here, all that was pretty much cut out. Went ahead and recreated that. Now, I know the body line is not 100%, but it will be once we get, you know, there, we still have some more work to do basically. But one thing that I wanted to do, I wanted this thing to look OEM, but at the same time, I wanted you to know it's not. So if you come to the rear, as you can see, this follows it, and this is the natural, you know, shape that it's gonna be. And you can see that the rear now overhangs about 1 inch. That's, I know it's bright, sorry. That's how you're gonna know that this is not stock. And I like it, because look at the amount of tire it just shows. It looks so spicy. Oh, I'm so happy, guys. We are getting so close to getting this thing repainted. I'm super hyped. So I'm hoping within the next probably, I want to say 2 weeks. I think within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to drive down to the paint shop and we're going to get a quote on how much to have the whole front end repainted. And then of course, both quarter panels are going to have to be painted. And of course, the rear bumper is going to have to be painted. All right, so this is what I'm gonna be using right here. I don't really know what this is off of. I'm trying to get it to focus, I apologize. Focus. So I don't really know what this is off of. I don't remember, I think it's off of my seat, but pretty much this is what we're gonna use. And I have 2 of them, so let's go ahead and try that. All right, so fortunately I did have to remove both of those two, but hopefully with those being tightened, it didn't throw off the alignment. But you can see now this is flush, and then right there we have that spacer. So let's go ahead and do the other side. All right, so we got both done. Now, fingers crossed, everything is solid. So let's go ahead and close this. Latch that. Everything still looks pretty good. As you can see, it pops up quite high. That I'm not a big fan of, but everything else looks pretty good. I'm gonna open this again. Where's it at? Come on. Right. Come on, all right. So I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna make sure that that still works towards latched how it should be. Yep, and we're still good on that. So that's awesome. No point in latching that because we're gonna need it open anyways. But one thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this cardboard piece taped on, open it, and make sure that we're still good on that. I'm just gonna tape this up pretty much. That should be good enough. And we're just gonna open it, make sure that it does not hit. Oh, talk about close. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Perfect. All right, cool. So we're good to go. So now we can start cleaning those metal pieces up, grinding this all back down, or not back down, we haven't even done that. Grind all of that down and start tacking it in. Got that welded up, both of them. So yeah, it looks good. I really wish it was able to drop low because I don't like that, but whatever, it is what it is, I guess. But you can see, so welds not the greatest, but they're strong. So we just have to clean up this edge right here on this piece, and then start grinding everything down and start to get some filler. Wow guys, so this is just some Bondo glass, and look at that. It looks, honestly, like you would have no idea. You really wouldn't. It flows pretty well. So just got to do the same thing to the other side. I don't think I'm gonna go any further with this today. In this video, I think we're gonna have this done 100% primered, but today it's getting a little late. This is where we're gonna leave it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this side where we are here, and then tomorrow we'll pick up the camera, we'll get this sanded, get some filler on, and this should be done in no time. That actually looks really good. I'm happy with that. Hit that thumbs up if you guys like this so far. I think it's turning out really, really good. All right, check it out guys. We got that one done, and we got that one done right over there. It's looking so good. So once the body working and everything is completely done, I'm gonna come in here again with the flap disc and really just try to clean this up along with this edge, same on both sides. But it's looking so good. I am extremely, extremely happy about that. That makes such a difference. Again, it sucks that I had to do it like this, where you have to pop it. There's no other way around it unless you try to, like, I don't even know, just try to recreate everything, and it just wouldn't work out. So this is what it is. So it's looking really good. We're making really, really big progress. I think we're done for the day. I will catch you guys tomorrow. And it is the next day now, guys. I already went ahead and did a little bit of work, but not too much, just so we can get a little bit more on track. Went ahead and sanded all of the filler down, or all of the Bondo glass down. Nice and strong. Did it to both sides. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is put some filler down, pretty much same thing, get all of that sanded, once we get this looking good, I'm gonna go ahead and take the flap disc. We're gonna go ahead and clean this up on both sides. And then we're gonna go ahead and get some filler down. So we're looking really, really good. Down 3 coats, so we need to do a good another good sanding, and then we'll throw another coat down. I don't know if you can see, it's not picking it up. There you go, you can see that. This is actually, this isn't the filler, this is actually I think this hood has been resprayed. As I was sanding, the clear coat kind of just kept peeling back, so that's what that is. So not that big of a concern, but it looks really good. And same thing over here. This side looks really good, but again, like I said, guide coat and a good blocking, and we should be pretty good. And we have a little spot you can see right here. We just need to kind of perfect that a little bit, but nonetheless, I'm pretty happy with it. We still do have to come in and shape, because you can see actually that shape is pretty messed up. So I'm gonna have to buy a new flap disc. Mine's pretty beat, so, but nonetheless, I think for now we're looking pretty good. Really big thing that I do want to get done today is figuring out how to get all of this back on, because everybody who has the G37 front conversion on their G35 runs an aftermarket exhaust, or sorry, aftermarket intake. So I want to try to figure out how to make this work. So we'll pick up the camera once my batteries are charged. I think it should. Alright, so we got that in. It was definitely a pretty snug fit, as you can see. Really no room to play. Now this is gonna be the challenge, actually. Yeah, because I think this will work, actually, because we could just drill out 2 holes and then put some clips in there, which is weird. Actually, I had clips here. There's only, oh, actually no, I only put 2. Anyways, So I'm gonna try to squeeze this in there. If we have to do some trimming on this, we definitely will. But I think this is actually gonna work out. I think this is gonna be pretty cool. It's right up against the cover, which we don't want that, but I mean, I could. So yeah, I think this could work. I just have to figure out how. Right now, I made it to where it's not touching, but for you guys to get an idea, if I pull this one forward, you can see there's a gap, but then it has a little crack there, which isn't really gonna hurt much. But I think it's because the intake needs to come like this, just a little bit. But nonetheless, I think this is gonna work. The only issue is this, as you can see, kind of you can put under. So I need to figure that out. If we use a clip, like this, it's not gonna be on a flat surface. So I'm gonna play around with that, see what I can try to figure out, and then we'll pick up the camera. But I mean, shoot, there we go. Okay, what I did is very temporary, but it's basically what we're gonna end up doing. We just have to perfect it a little bit. I went ahead and threw down a washer and a self-tapper, and we have space back here. Everything is good. So now the test really is, and everything's buttoned up, everything. We have a beauty washer there. Make sure the hood closes and it doesn't like hit that. I don't think it should. Oh, it does. Alright, let me play with that. Alright, so it is closed, but it does sort of hit in a way, like very lightly, but it does hit. So we will definitely have to play with that. Everything on this car, guys, still needs so many adjustments. It's not even funny. Right now, it's more so at that it's done, but we still have to fine tune it. So still a lot to go. Dude, I can't get over those quarters. If you guys can see them in real life, it looks incredible, so good. But I think we're pretty much ready for our first drive, but I am gonna do a quick wash on it. I'm not gonna do the engine bay yet because I still need to put up, they're right there, but I need to still put the battery cover on, and I have the other side as well for the brake cover as well. I still need to trim those out because where the hinges are and the fenders and the, or actually I think it's the shock mount, where that's at, we have to trim for those to make those fit. But once we get that, we'll do a full detail and everything on the engine bay, get that looking good. But right now, off camera, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this thing just a quick little wash, get it looking decent, and then we're gonna take this thing out. Really?
Yeah.
Alright guys, well, we just got kicked out for doing nothing. Literally, we were just, or I was just taking some beauty shots, trying to get a cinematic, so hopefully I got something for you guys, but wasn't doing anything at all, so it's kind of retarded, but it is what it is. They were cool about it, and you know, can't blame them. So, what the heck? One thing. Oh, okay, what was that? I was confused. I need to learn this car all over again. I have not driven this thing, guys. I'm like, how do I do this and how do I do that? Man, that sucks. Well, hopefully I got some good shots. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It is what it is. I was gonna get some more shots, but we got kicked out, boys. Just because it's been a while since I've done this. Right by the mall security. Here we go. It's a little later in the day now, guys, but we got the car pulled back in and it's looking good. It's pretty clean. Could be better, but at least it hasn't been like this in a while. So let me go ahead and move on up here, show you guys this again real quick. This is looking good. Like I said, I think we're gonna have to pull the hood off though. So on the inner side, we can get everything primed and sealed up nicely. And then we still have to kind of trim this on both sides. But it's looking really good. Go ahead and pop the hood for you guys as well. This I'm super happy about. I know it's very, very dirty, but I don't know any other G35 with the G37 front conversion that has all the stock stuff. So I'm very, very happy about that. I was able to utilize it, get it in there all nice and secure. I know it's extremely dirty. We're gonna get this cleaned up very, very soon. But I'm super happy. Got everything in. I just got to figure out how we're gonna do this. But I think I have a few ideas in mind. But just stay tuned for it. Otherwise, everything's looking good. I got both pieces back in, right there and right there. So the engine bay now is one complete piece. In the engine bay, one other thing we still really have to do is get this mounted. I don't know how yet. This goes like that. I don't know how we're gonna do it yet. I think I'm gonna make a bracket that's gonna go from here to here with the same material that I used to mount the sides of the bumper, which is this right here. So I think we're gonna go ahead and use this for that. And then pretty much for the most part, everything here is done. And then, like I said, I do have something planned with the cover and a few other little things. I think it's gonna be pretty cool, so stay tuned for that, guys. But nonetheless, I am so happy with how this is all coming together. Drop a comment, and I hope to catch you all in the next one, guys. Until next time, as always, peace out.